Years ago, I attended, I am not a globetrotter, but I attended a congress of priests in Rome about, I don't know, maybe a few thousand priests were there together. It was a week of talks, and all talks were, if I may say it to you, pretty boring. It was very solemn. It was terribly solemn. But all of a sudden, there was a speaker, a younger man, who came forward, and in this solemn environment of cardinals and bishops, he began his speech as follows: Christ is risen! Christ is truly risen! Well, we thought that is a nutcase, because it was not at all fitting, so to say, in the environment of that very, very solemn Congress. And yet, dear brothers and sisters, I thought for myself, wasn't that more like it if you think of the beginning when the apostles and the women discovered that Jesus was risen? What an excitement, what an absolute joy, what a turn of events. He did it. God praise this man, he's risen. You don't believe it almost. Do you believe it? If you believe it, why are we sometimes so gloomy and so silent and so solemn? Because it is not solemn. Jesus broke away from something that is all holding all of us in its clusters. We are going to die. That's for sure. I am 77. I'm going to die soon. Say 5, 6, 7, maybe even 2 years, 1 year. Whatever it is, that's the end of the story. End of Father Anthony. And what a sad anticlimax it would be if that were the final word about my life and about your life. Because don't think that you are better off than me. You are sitting in the same boat. I see many of you are gray already, or bald. But even the young ones, don't think that you will be the exception out of the rule. No, you will be in it also. Christ is risen. And everybody who is with him will rise as well. That is our message. Of course, what is the catch? There must be a catch. In everything there is a catch. You don't get anything for nothing. My father used to say, boy, he said, if people offer you something, you always have to pay. You don't notice it maybe, but you have to pay. And that is in a sense also true with Christ. He says, if you want to rise with me, you must rise from your tombstones, so to say, of sin. You must try to live up the tombstone of your selfishness, the quagmire of your sin. You must rise from your laziness, from your greed, from your pride, from your jealousy, from your fear, from your stupidity. Try it, please. You are not immediately expecting any glamorous success, but try. Everything that keeps us down on a subhuman level and locked up in the tomb of evil and sin. And so we are asked again in this most solemn ceremony, which should actually be a very glad ceremony, and much more glad than Christmas. I don't know what is so good about Christmas if we are going to die. And not to speak about Ash Wednesday, I think some of our churches at Ash Wednesday were fuller than now. And what is the message of Ash Wednesday? Remember, man, that you are dust, and to dust you will return. I think what is so popular about that day. Today, we remember that life is stronger than death, that love will be the winner at the end. But we have to join it in, do you reject sin? I do. God, I do. I try to do. I will try. I will try to do it. Do you reject the glamour of evil? It is so glamorous, evil. Yes, I do. Do you reject Satan, father of sin and prince of darkness? Yes. Tonight, dear brothers and sisters, let us rejoice. Let us rejoice. We believe in the resurrection, do we? Then there is always reason for joy. No doubt, in the life of all of us, there are bound to be moments of darkness and misery. Who of us here will not be able to tell his own story? But basically, deep down, we will always have reason to remain optimistic. Why? Because we believe that no matter what, there is the resurrection, there is meaning, there is love, and there is the promise of Jesus our Lord, that at the end of the darkest tunnel, there will always be light. Rejoice. Happy Easter.